Hello, everybody. I'm Ariel Chobaz, and many of you might know me from engineering, recording, and mixing a lot of the Nicki Minaj records. And today I want to show you one of the things that we were able to brand throughout all of her albums and a lot of her features, and that is the stutter effect. Now, we definitely weren't the first ones to invent it or anything like that, but we definitely took it to another level. And I kind of want to show you how I do that, how I approach it. And it's the same for every song, whether you're doing hip hop or dance, which I'm doing in this case, or whatever else you're doing. So, first off, I have a song here by Marie Monti. She's a French artist. She's really incredible if you get a chance to check her out. What we want to do is we want to put, I have notes to put a stutter at the second, going to the second verse, and then also I think on this last little pre-section or this drop section right here. So the first one is going to be here. So first stutter. What I'm going to do is just listen to it down for a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is create another track here and call it Stutter's verse. Now what I'm going to do is basically take my grid and then put it down. I usually go to 64th, the smallest that it goes. Put that on grid. Oops, I'm hitting the nudge button. Forgive me, you guys. We're going to go down to 64th. Okay. Now, the next thing I like to do is basically preview the section that I'm going to stutter. So in this case, it's going to be somewhere in here. Probably this, actually. Now, that's pretty incredible because it has such a sharp sound to it, and you kind of want to have a sharp sound. I'm going to edit these ins and outs a little bit. That's already sounding pretty good. Let's just say, for example, I was going to do another section. I put it back into grid mode. Let's say here. Now, when I'm previewing it, I'm just trying to listen for what makes a pleasant sound and what will sound good in a stutter. So you kind of just, you can put it back into slip mode and then just play with the in and out points once you have the approximate size you want. And it's usually going to be, one or two of these blocks. See, to me, that sounds better. It's a very sharp, very quick bop, 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 bop. And you can see it's not quite on the grid, but it's pretty close. So going back to our first one, it already has a very sharp attack. Next time you party, don't. Next time you party. So I'm just going to grab this. I mean, it sounds great. So what we're going to do is copy that and then bring it down to our stutter and copy it over. And what I'm going to do is just create a little crossfade, make it sound nice. Let's put this out the lead. That's pretty darn good. Okay. So in order to create the stutter, all I'm going to do is copy it over. I'm going to move it over to, boop, and then another one and another one. Now, I've been doing this so long, I just do it by eyesight because I know this is, the length of my region is about 1/64. So I'm going to create that space in between each one, right? Two of these. Now, as we play it down, we can mess with it and do different things. I like to get a few of them just so we can kind of hear what's going on. And then we can hear what we have so far. Next time you party. Also, one thing you want to do to clean it up and make it sound better is chop off all this extra stuff at the beginning. So already I got a pretty good stutter. Next time you party, don't come around me. Now, if we wanted, we can make it slower by muting every other one, right? Next time you party, don't come around. So that's a slower stutter. I'm just trying to show you guys examples here. You know, if you wanted to play around with it, you could, I don't know, do something like extend it out, you know, and just experiment with it, really.
Next time you party, don't come around me no. Next time you party, don't come around me.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of got more of one, less of the other.
Next time you party, don't.
Let's hear it in the mix.
Next time you party, don't come around me.
I think it's okay, but I think for this guy, I'm going to stick to these quick, sharp stutters. So that's going to be like this.
Next time you party, don't come around me.
Now, the key to doing these is you want to put a level ride. So that way it builds an energy and doesn't sound so static. So we'll bring it down a little bit, see how that sounds.
Next time you party, don't come around.
Perfect. And then lastly, what we can do is just do a quick left and right automation. I like to go left, right, or just keep it in the center. So for this, let's go ahead and do left, right. So we'll pan these guys out, right? And then we'll pan these guys over. Let's hear how that sounds.
Next time you party, don't come around me.
Perfect. Okay. One more trick that I like to do is sometimes just do a quick roll off. Now you can either play with the automation or not. Let's just see how that sounds if we do like a little roll up. Let's see.
Next time you party, don't come. Next time you party, don't come around me.
All right, I think that can sound good. We won't do it so extreme, but let's just add a quick automation on that. Why am I wasting my time? We can just go there. Boop, boom, boom. Now.
Next time you party, don't.
Okay, so now it's building in volume. It's also building in energy because we have more frequencies coming in. We might have to turn it up just so it gets heard in the mix. Let's see how that's sounding.
Next time you party, don't come around me. Me no like much to talk. All the way up to me, who gonna stop with the latest around the block? Sweet now. Next time you party, don't come around me. Me no like much to now. Next time you party, don't come around me. Me no like much.
There, and I'm gonna keep it pretty subtle, but it's just something fun and smooths out that transition and makes it a little more interesting going into the verse.
Next time you party. Next time you party, don't come around me. Me no like much to talk. Toda mi gente danzo, na na na. You got a taste for bad girls.
Okay, so let's find this other section. So we're gonna do some kind of star effect in these pre's to change it from the first time around. So let's go ahead and listen to it now.
Picante, a mí me gusta. A mí me gusta. Mina like it, nana. A mí me gusta. Mina like it, nana.
Okay, so I think for this one, what we're gonna do is do a longer stutter. I think that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out all the extra stuff here and hear what we're actually dealing with.
A mí me gusta. Mina. A mí me gusta. A mí me.
You can hear I got a lot of effects going on, but I think what I'm going to do is reduce the size here, get something a little more manageable.
I mean,
that sounds pretty good to me. It's kind of more on beat. And you usually want to go in even numbers, right? So this one is a length of 4. So that way you're going to have an even on-time stutter, right? So let's copy that And let's just bring it over. All right, we'll do a few of these just to hear how it sounds like.
A mí me gusta.
Now that obviously is too much. Let's just see if we do this.
A mí me gusta.
Let's hear it in the mix.
A mí me gusta.
Okay, that could work, but I think what I'm hearing is something quicker like this.
A mí me gusta.
That sounds much better. So again, what are we gonna do? We're gonna put some volume rides here. So let's bring these down 5, bring these down 10.
A mí me gusta.
Now it just makes it a little more subtle, makes it come in smoother, and again gives it a lift.
A mí me gusta.
All right, so we have some clipping. So let's just quickly go in here, just add little fade outs. That way it's smoother.
A mí me gusta.
There we go. Okay.
A mí me gusta. Mira, hay que dar. Los otros no me importa.
All right, so I'm going to go to my lead, and I'm just going to do the same thing, right? So I'm going to take a length of 4, 3, 4, like we did before. Let's just make sure it's right.
A mí
Sounds awesome. We're just going to copy it and paste it. And let's see how it's sounding.
a mí me gusta.
Now in this case, I actually like the little bit of clipping. It makes it a little sharper, makes the edits more obvious.
A mí me gusta.
So I'm going to leave it on this one. And then again, let's just turn this down a few. Turn this down even more. And then see what we have, right?
A mí me gusta.
All right, let's hear that in the mix.
A mí me gusta. Mira, hay que dar. A mí me gusta. Mira, hay que dar. A mí me gusta. Mira, hay que dar. Los otros no me importan.
And there you have it. So again, it's the same for any stutter you want to do. Just get your grid really tight, either 64th or 32. Try to keep the stutters even, right? So if you're going down 64ths, just make sure you're taking 1, 2, 4, 8, for example. And then just make sure you have even spacings between your stutters. And then just play around with it by ear and see what sounds good. I've tried a lot of stutter programs, and to me, doing it by ear, kind of hearing it in your head and then trying to create it is always going to work out better if you're a control freak like I am. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later.